What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Vergil here, and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Ball Legends. Today, we're going to be doing a 3rd anniversary tier list, ranking all the 3rd anniversary units from Part 1 and Part 2, including the EX units, all that good stuff. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely consider hitting that sub button. Also, like the video before we jump in. It is super appreciated. We can set the like goal to this video to 65 likes. If we hit 65 likes in the video, that'd be phenomenal. And let's immediately jump in. The current LF banner that just dropped a couple days ago, of course, y'all already know, is the Super Saiyan 2 Revival Gohan. We'll get into him later. We'll start, of course, we'll jump into the tier list, actual tier list here, as you guys can see. I got all the tiers, whatnot. We can start throwing some units here right off the rip. What's the first unit? Can I turn this? Okay. Start off with 17. I think he's actually one of the more decent EX units. I'm gonna throw him immediately to probably C. A lot of the EX units are gonna go to C for me, just because, you know, I'll be actually ranking all these units at 7 stars equally, all of them. So all these units that I'm talking about here are at 7 stars. My personal opinion. You guys can leave any of your opinions in the comment section below. Definitely let me know what you guys think about this video tier list, along with your personal opinions and whatnot. But I'm gonna give you guys mine here. Obviously, throw all these guys immediately to C. They're okay. Even at 7 stars, they're okay. Maybe she'll go. We'll move them around, but yeah, Bujin's definitely up here, and Gikku. Gikku is the only one really worth talking about, I'd say. We'll put him. Why don't we have an S tier? That's kind of weird. We don't have an S tier. So let's change this to S, right? Change this to A. Change this to B, and then we'll add 1 below to C. That's it. Oh, no. B. Yeah, last minute vibes, but it's all good. In the hood, we can actually change this color because I'm a little bit picky. Throw them pink. Okay, there we go, there we go. So, let's throw these guys to C, right? This to C, throw him at C. Baby's definitely going to C. Gotenks can actually go up to the B, why not? So all these units at 7 stars. These are the EX vibes right here. Personally, I've only really used the Zangia and Goku a lot. 17, I've used him a couple times. He was pretty average, I'd say. It's hard to give mine because I don't have all these units at 7 stars. But from what I've kind of seen and what I've used, this is just my judgment. Goku is, like I said, the one that I'd probably talk about the most. He's just one of the best units for the meta currently. He isn't like broken or OP, but at higher stars he actually performs really good. He does a lot of damage. Being a transforming unit, his stats go up. Could go through all these units here, but of course only have him at 3 stars. You can see here, these are his base form, and then when he transforms, stats actually go up quite a bit. His green card's really good. It has blast armor. I believe his blue card does too, right? Yeah, it does. Blue card has blast armor. His main ability does 30% to next special move. This is the best EX unit in the game. So, in my opinion, he is the best EX unit in the entire game. Does a lot of damage to hybrids, which is really good in this meta. More hybrid vibes here. But overall, like I said, he does a ton of damage. He tanks decently. Zangia, like I said, she's pretty good. I wouldn't put her, you know, anywhere near Goku's tier, but she's very interesting. She gets key. Let's see. Anything to mention, she gets arts card draw speed, a good amount of arts card draw speed. Ooh, a little bit of a, like, she's what, range, right? Yeah, she's range type. But yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on the EX units. The rest of them are just kind of good. I know Gotenks is a little bit good. Bujin's actually pretty good too. I don't have him, so it's hard to judge, but I'd actually move him up to the A tier, maybe at 7 stars. Yeah, this is probably like the most accurate representation I can really say without having used Like, I've tried these units out, but they're not, you know what I'm saying. We're going to get into the juicy vibes here with all the sparkings. First sparking I'll probably put up here is... put Nova, right? We'll give him... I want to give him the A or B tier spots. Him and Ice go really well together. I still think Ice is better. Don't want to put him in B, really, but I think I am going to put him in B. We'll put him in B for right now. We'll put him in front of... there we go. So put him there. Ice, I can throw him in A, right? There we go. So we'll look at Ice and Nova really quickly. So what I really like about these units are their main abilities. Their main abilities are really, really good. Inflicts all allies and enemies with no switching, so you lock them in there. One thing that kind of hinders him a little bit is he destroys all of your own and enemies cards. I say if he destroyed all the enemies cards, that would be dope. But he destroys all owns cards too. Like, you want to pop this to lock someone in, you're going to lose all your cards. 20% damage inflicted, restores own Vanish engaged by 100, and increases own arts card draw speed. I think that all of this is just crazy, man. It's a pretty beefy main ability. He gets more card draw speed here. He has a barrier, which is really good. Combos into it. His blue card's not that bad. Overall, he's a really solid character. I see a lot of hate towards this, and Ice as well. Like, I just see a lot of, I don't know, just negative energy towards them. And personally, I don't think they deserve it. They're actually pretty solid characters. They're just not, you know, overwhelmingly good or anything like that. Look at his main ability here. So he draws a special move. He restores ki by 50, 40% of damage inflicted, shortens allies, substitution count, and reduces enemy vanish engaged to 0. So both of their main abilities together, they actually make a really good combo. So they're actually meant to be ran together. So it's like you're usually going to see them together. His blue card actually goes crazy, and his seals slot can be used for 10 counts. Massive impact damage. He really ices red units. His green card is a counter, which is really nice. Immobilizes the enemy. Activates upon tap attacks, tackles, strike arts. It's just, dude, they're actually pretty decent. I think I want to give them both A tier. Yeah, I'll give them both. I think Ice is a little bit better than Nova, but I'll give them both A tier. It's looking, yeah, this is looking like what I feel so far. We can give Kefla A tier as well. We're gonna give Kefla A tier. I do think she's a bit better than both of the dragons. She's really good. She's really good. Don't get me wrong. She's just very, I'd say, skill dependent, because she's only good in certain situations. In most situations, she's still gonna get rocked. She's very oppressive. Her defenses are kind of mid, but she does a ton of damage in the right situations. She does massive impact, whatnot, yada yada. She has blast armor on her ultimate. Look at this freaking main ability, bro. She draws her ultimate, restores ki, applies buff effect, nullify enemy special actions that activate when changing cover, inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrades. She fits on quite a good amount of teams. She's just damage. This is what really makes her difficult to use, this specific one right here. So this unique activates, applies the following effects to itself every time own attack is evaded with Vanishing Step. Restores own ki by 20, 20% of damage inflicted for 20 counts. Restores Vanishing Dodge by 60. Randomly draw one new card when you have 3 or fewer cards. Activates twice. So yeah, this is a really good unique. It's just, it only happens when this is activated. Own attack is evaded with Vanishing Step. So if you get the enemy to evade and stay in the battle, this activates. And it resets every time this character switches. So if you can stay in battle and utilize this unique, man, it'll be really, really good. You can do a ton of damage. A ton of utility there. But yeah, overall she's good. She's just very... It's a very weird mechanic. I like it personally, but it's not ideal in most situations, which has me putting her in the A tier at 7 stars. Could kind of judge her well because I have her at 8 there. What unit we're going to get into now? We can actually put in... we'll throw in the Trunks. I think Trunks is probably A tier too. Think he's a little bit worse than Kefla, but he's probably still better than... Actually, I don't know. I don't know. I only have him at 3 stars right now, so I've been using him here and there, but I'd say the dragons are better than them. I'm not going to lie. This is probably an unpopular opinion, but yeah, we're going to put him behind all the other sparking units on A tier. We'll go through his kit right now. I might just have to use him a bit more, but I think he's okay. He's very solid, but nothing more. He has blast armor on his blue, massive impact. Screen card restores own ki by 20, destroys all your own cards, randomly draws 2 new ones. I don't like that. Destroys all own cards. I don't like that. 20% of damage inflicted. His main draws his ultimate. He gets ki. He gets damage. He gets arts card draw speed. You never could go wrong with arts card draw speed, which is dope. Damage. He buffs hybrids. He's a pseudo death buff support units. A little bit more situational type buffs here, but overall he's kind of average. He's okay. Yeah, we're going to leave him in the A tier. I do think the rest of the Sparkings on A tier are a little bit better than him. Just my opinion, like I said. I do think the Dragons work really, really good together. I don't know how they would perform separately, but on the same team at 7 stars minimum, I'd say they're right at that spot at A tier, right next to each other. If you only had one of them on the team, might differ. I don't know. But moving on, we could throw the Gogeta up here, right? I think he's a solid S tier unit. Solid S tier unit at 7 stars. Dude is a behemoth, bro. He's a Goliath. He's a beast. He's a savage, bro. He's so kitted, bro. Like, his kit is so crazy. His stats are okay. He has blast armor on all his stuff, right? He has blast armor on his green. He has blast armor on his ults. He has his blue. Every time he pops a blue, I think the first time, activates once, he draws another blue, restores ki by 50, massive impact damage. His green card, chains, it restores ki by 50. He gets a 20% of damage inflicted buff. Gains buff effect, nullifies enemy special actions to cover change. That actually comes in handy so often. Destroy all of your enemy's cards. Dude is just beastie, man. Look at this main ability, okay? Gets his ultimate, restores health by 30, ki by 50, nullifies own unfavorable element factor, so he goes type neutral. Increases his own arts card draw speed by 1. He buffs GT, fusions, and Saiyans base strike and blast defense. Some more, damage. He has a cover change against strike and blast arts. He has a special mechanic against revive units, which we're getting more of. As you can see, we got the Gohan. Besides that, dude, he gets reduces damage received by 30. He gets that first combo. As soon as the battle starts, he reduces the next damage sustained by 50%. Can't be canceled, so he cuts that very first combo. Overall, I think I have him at 6 stars here. As you can see, I have him at 6 stars, so I can kind of judge 7 stars capabilities. He's very good. And bringing us on to the next unit, we're going to throw Zom right next to him. I do think Zom is right around the same tier as him, but I personally believe Gogeta is a little bit better. What puts Zom there is his oppressive capabilities. It's nowhere. People judge him because he can't tank. I use him. I have him at 7 stars. He can actually take a hit. Maybe a full combo he can take, but a little bit more than a combo, he'd be dead. But yeah, at 7 stars, he's pretty solid. He's not going to get absolutely demolished just because he's at 7 stars. But say if you have him at 2, he can easily get 1 comboed. He's not meant to take hits, really. As you can see, his green card gives him his... let me see. Green card locks units in, inflicts all enemies with substitution counts, 3 sub counts, nullifies own unfavorable element factors, goes type neutral, gets ki. His blue card deals, of course, massive impact damage, hits really hard. It hits very, very hard, and he draws special move arts card next, so he draws a green card. His ultimate inflicts no switching. This hits really, really hard. So if you pop the green, man, go type neutral, pop the ultimate. Oh my god, I've one-shotted so many units. His main ability, restores own health, ki by 40, nullifies restore health when so he nullifies endurance, 40% to ultimate damage. Of course, he draws the ultimates. One of his uniques here, which one is it? So he gets he has a cover change to strike. When enemy lands a strike or blast dart, reduce enemy ki by 5. He has some good utility. What I really like about him personally is that every time the enemy switches, he gets some of his vanish back. So every time he's faced with a new enemy, he gets to continue to vanish, sort of like the Kid Buu mechanic. He's not really meant to take hits. If you utilize him, if you drift, stuff like that, you can actually 1v3 teams. I've 1v3 teams so many times with the Zamasu. I think they're both very, very solid top S tier units. Move on to the Vegito. I think I could throw him safely on the S tier as well. Dude is a very, very good unit. Alongside Gogeta and Zamasu, I think he is behind those two units, but nonetheless, he's pretty close. Deals massive impact in the blue. His green card has blast armor. This is probably one of the best green cards in the game. If it actually comboed, it'd probably be the best. So restores ki by 50, increases his own arts card draw speed by 1, inflicts enemies with no switching, reduces Dragon Balls by 1, destroys all special arts cards. So this is a very good green card. His ultimate has blast armor, restores ki by 50, more arts card draw speed, gets his vanish, 100% of his vanish back. So these two right here are just fantastic. His main ability, of course, he gets his ult, restores health by 25, ki by 50. More damage. He's a pseudo support unit right here. Applies the following effects to allied tag fusion, god ki, or future when this character switches to standby. 20% to damage inflicted and 20% to ki recovery. Some more utility, damage, all that good stuff. Dude is really, really good. I've used him quite a ton. He's probably on my main future setup right now. And the last couple units we'll touch on are these. We'll throw Bojack right here. I can safely say this is the order I feel like. Gogeta, Zom, Vegito, then the Bojack. Bojack is really, really good as well. I still have yet to use him a lot. Got him at 6 stars. We'll go through his kit. He transforms. So these are his base. Then his transform stats are actually pretty solid. He deals massive explode damage, randomly destroys 3 enemy cards on hits. His green card restores own ki by 40, 20% damage inflicted. So the thing with him is that he transforms off this. So he pops his main, right? Pops his main ability. He gets this. He gets all this stuff. So it's just a whole paragraph, whatnot. But he also gets this Galactic Buster. Deals massive impact damage. 150% to awaken damage. Transforms into full power. He also takes away their vanish, so they can't vanish. Buffs powerful opponents, sagas from the movies. Some more damage. Let's see this stuff. He gets own arts card draw speed. He gets damage against Super Saiyans. He gets damage against Saiyans. 20. He supports, sagas from the movies or powerful opponents. 70% to damage inflicted. Inflicts all attribute downgrade, +5 to strike and blast. Overall, he's on the edge of being, I don't want to say mid because he's actually fantastic, but honestly, at a couple lower stars, he'd really be pushed to the A tier. I think at a solid 6-7 stars, dude is, at the end of the anniversary tier list at 7, at S tier. So this is really what I'm going with. I want to put Gohan up here at Z tier for 7 stars. I have the Z plus tier. If we had to switch some things up, dude, Gohan tier is just Gohan tier. Gohan tier. Revive Gohan. Dude is a freaking beast. I know the most hype unit realistically is Gogeta for this anniversary, but the way they did this Gohan, man, is just absolutely ridiculous. He's fantastic. He skips a tier, in my opinion. If I had to throw one person on Z at 7, I'd throw Gogeta, but I'd still think he's a solid S tier. Yeah, unfortunately, I do think he's a solid S tier, but they're very close. Zamasu and Gogeta at even higher stars, I'd put them at Z tier easily. Higher stars, but realistically, this is my tier list. We can go through the Gohan really quick. At 3 stars, dude is completely viable in PvP. Honestly, I have him on the hybrid setup. I got him on Sun Family. I got him on movies. He's really, really good. At 3 stars, he performs better than my 13-star revive cell pre-transformation. I don't know if this is the star count with the cell and whatnot, but like say a 7-star cell, he blows him right out of the water. A transformed revival cell doesn't do as much damage as my pre-transformation Gohan. Look at these stats, the difference right here. So these stats are actually not bad at all. These are regular sparking stats. At transformation, this is what he gets. He's a little bit squishy, that's the one thing about him, but at higher stars, he eats through all that stuff. He's blast armor on his blue card. His green card pushes back units, restores ki, damage inflicted. Look at this main ability. He gets 70% to ki, or 70 ki, increases his own arts card draw speed, destroys all your own, and draws a special move arts card next. So depending on how many cards you destroyed, you get a multiplier or percentage on damage. If you have 4 cards in your hand, he nukes 130% special move damage based on how many cards you destroyed. He buffs, of course, movies, hybrids, and Sun Family at 6. Some more damage. We like this. He does permanent 20% damage against powerful opponents. He randomly draws 1 new card. Applies effects. Applies the following effects to himself every time this character uses an arts card. So he gets, every time this character uses something, he gets 25% to damage inflicted for 15 counts. Restores ki by 15. It activates on switch, of course, but overall, even his before he transforms, dude is really good. His main ability restores allies health. He gets 15% of damage inflicted for allies. He gets special move damage. Even pre-transformation, because you don't want to obviously die and then transform. He's just vulnerable in that state. But either or, pre-transformation, Gohan's just crazy. So this is my tier list. Like I'd say, I'd probably move the Gogeta and Zom to Z tier at even higher stars. But for right now, at the solid 7 stars, I'd put them at the top of S tier. Let me not move that. Goku is the only worth it EX unit that I'd probably talk about here. He's the best EX unit in the entire game. Bujin's really good. He's close to being one of the better EX units. Could probably move this girl down here to B tier. I haven't used her enough, but she's probably close to right here. One of these two. For the sake of it, I'll put her down here to B, and then the C tier units. This is my official tier list, you guys. If you guys have any thoughts on it, like I said, let me know in the comment section below. With that being said, this has been a pretty solid anniversary. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. This has been a very solid anniversary, in my opinion. Best anniversary so far. I can't wait to see what they have in store next. And if you guys enjoyed, like the video, definitely means a ton. And sub if you're new to the channel. We do upload daily content here. So I'll catch you guys in the very next one. Stay frosty and have a blessed rest of y'all's day. Peace.
Up all night, so you don't wanna wait on me. I'm about to catch my flight, so you don't gotta wait on me.